Hello and welcome to my Retro City Rampage Clone in Unity tutorial, episode 14, I think. Anyway, today we're going to be showing off car health. Basically, we've got basically you can damage cars and destroy them. No visual effects; it's just a code. Basically, we can do more visual effects later, but whatever. And basically, so we've got cars attacking cars, player attacking cars, NPCs attacking cars. Alright, so I'll just show you a quick bit of behaviour. So I'm just going to kill him just to get him out of the way. So you see, it's just to demonstrate, there's a bar on the health, a bar on top of the car that represents the health. You can do that. And now once I've got it here, I can press E and not be able to get in the car. And see, there's a car with health bar here. You can get in that car and just drive around. And whatnot. Okay, so I'll just give you another quick demonstration. So if we leave him alive this time, as we did last time, if we get in the car, he'll try and get in the car as well, because he's after us and he'll pursue us. And if we ram into them, or, we ram into each other, we lose health on the cars. And yeah, and once the cars are dead, they'll be like there, and he will get out of his car, and his car is still slightly, his car's got a tiny bit of health left, but ours hasn't. So if we wait here, just as he comes up to us with the melee weapon, he will try and attack our car and deal damage. And when it reaches 0 health, it'll kick us out of the car, basically. So yeah, basically that's how car health works. And if he had a gun, he would just get within range of the car and then shoot it instead of coming up and hitting it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go over the code and just ignore those no reference exceptions. They're nothing to worry about. First off, a little bug fix. Basically, I forgot to unenable NPC components when it wasn't used last time, but I'd implemented the method. So basically, I'd forgot to add the lines for enabling the NPC health. So that is something you will want to re-enable. Alright, so basically, I think, and also one thing we added was a boolean to display health on the NPC health, which basically is just to be able to click on and off the health bar on top of the NPCs, just as a convenience thing. Yeah, so the only new script we have today, but we've made quite a few alterations to scripts, is the car health script, which has a public int, which is a health value, and a boolean display health, which controls the GUI showing above the car. So basically, we've got on collision into 2D, which basically detects when an object with a collider has collided with this object's collider. And if that object has a bullet script on it, so it indicates as a bullet, it takes off 1 health and destroys the bullet, and then checks if we've died, which is here. And if the other object is a car, it'll take off 2 health, because I'd assume ramming a car would do more damage than just 1 bullet, so yeah. We've also got a similar function to this, which is used in the melee attacking, which I'll go over when we get to the NPC weapon controller modifications, where basically it does the same thing. It takes off 1 health, takes 1 from the health, and then it calls die to check that we've not reached 0 or not. So yeah, the die script basically it will check if the health is less than or equal to 0, and if that is true, then it will stop the GUI being displayed on the car, so it'll set that to false. It will also set the game object's tag to rec, so currently that means it won't be picked up by the car monitor, which has which basically looks for objects tagged with car to let NPCs know where cars are. So we probably have to make modifications to this to make it more efficient, so we're not just searching for every car every frame. So we might add something to remove it from, to change the tag and remove it from that array, but getting ahead of ourselves there. We also get the enter car script, and basically because we need that for the next couple of lines. So we check if the player is in this car that's just been destroyed. It will kick the player out of the car, and I've made 2 new methods to like allow the player to enter and leave, just to make the code a bit neater. So we can call it from other scripts. And if an NPC is in this car, we just kick the NPC out of the car, and then we disable the enter car script, and we disable the car visuals. And the nice thing about it is that between these two, depending on which state it is, like if the AI is being used in the car or the player is using the car, it'll disable all the other components like the AI pathfind, not car visuals, the AI, the player control script and whatnot. So we don't have to do it here, which is always nice to accidentally do nice work. And now, yeah. So I will just find the two. Yep. So basically, these two methods, the player get in car and player leave car, were added to the enter car script. And what it does is basically just takes the getting in and getting out of the car for the player. It just makes it easier and we can use it more. It's essentially the same code that was here. It's now just been moved into its own separate method. So as you can see, we're disabling the components, setting his player in a car, etc., etc. It was all covered last time, I think. But yeah, is there anything else I added? I don't think so. Yeah. Okay, what did we do? I also added a check to the should we go into a car method for the NPC AI. So basically, if it's moving towards a car, but say the player wrecks it somehow, it will check if the tag is wreck, which we change here when the car dies. Then it will basically set the car, stop you getting in a car, so set the car to get into null, and set a new target to either the player, if we're pursuing the player and we were just getting a car to continue pursuing them, or if we weren't, the AI will just go to the a random point that's defined in the NPC controller. Basically, just a random point. I think we've got patrol points here. These are just random points for the AI to move between if we're not pursuing the player. Now we've got. I think there's two changes to this. So if yeah, we added a change. Basically, when line of sight, I think, is there a line of sight? Basically requires the collider tag to be player, and since it's going to be car, we just need to check like is the player in any car, and we have a breakcast. It basically allows the enemies or NPCs to shoot the player in the car as well, without having to play around with the game object tag and whatnot. It's just a simple solution. I think it'll work. It works fine. Because if I just give you I'll just check. I'll just demonstrate it. So say I'll give you a machine gun, and I will destroy the other car. Die. Yep, it's dead. And you see how, even though it won't be colliding with the well, that shouldn't be shooting. Oh well. I don't know why he died. Oh well. I think he just got hit by his own bullet because they were bounced off the rack. But whatever. And we can switch that. So yeah. That's a bit glitchy, but oh well, I will fix that next time. So got that. That was the one change that just allows the NPCs to shoot cars, as well as the player. And the second one was to allow NPCs to melee attack cars. So if the player isn't in a car, it'll just do the normal player health.ph.reduce health if you've melee attacked them. But if they are, it'll get because we're setting the parent of the player to be the car that they're currently in, we can get the car's health script from the player.get component in parent car health. And then we can just produce the health and set counterattack to false. And that's a simple solution, and it works. So that is why we needed the public void reduce health on the car. Next, player health. Do we have the NPC health? No, I haven't. NPC health. Sorry, I forgot to open that up because I made a change to that as well, just to account for being run over. NPC health. Yeah, so first off, this is a similar change to the NPC and player health. Basically, we check if on the collision enter, so this basically detects, as I said before, detects collisions when they first occur. So basically, like on the first frame, the collision of the collision, this code will run, but then it'll stop. It'll not run. But you like on collision, 2D would like happen every frame, and on collision exit would occur when collisions had been taking place, and then what the frame after it stopped. So yeah, so basically we check if the game object that the NPCs collide with is tagged car, then it'll get the enter car script and try and work out. It uses the player car script to get the speed, which is a new method. It just returns 5 times the gear, just to give you a rough approximation. So basically, if the player's in 3rd gear, it will basically just take off all the health. And I think that it basically, yeah. So if this, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. All right, so it gets the speed and stores that under the speed value. And first thing, it checks if the NPC car AI. Actually, no, that wasn't work. Oh well, it sort of works. I'll have to fix that later because I've just realised that it'll get the speed of the player's car anytime it is hit by a car that's got something active. But never mind. Basically, it checks if the other game object it's hit has either got an enabled NPC car AI script or an enabled player car script to detect whether the car is being driven, or if none of these are enabled, then the car will just be stationary and shouldn't lose health. Basically checks if speed is above 10, it'll lose 5 health and just instantly die, else it will just lose 1 health, and then checks for dying again. And I'll just add a note. So yeah, that should be too hard because I've got a code for getting hit by it. So yeah, so we've got the player health script now, and if basically like before, it's if the object that you've collided with is a car, then it'll get the 2D pathfind because that's where the speed is stored in the AI. If the speed's less than 10, it'll reduce the health by 1 and disenabled. Else it'll reduce it by 2, which basically could just be you. Which basically you could just insert into the NPC health script. And yeah, so I'll do that for next time and just make sure, yeah, that it's there. And finally, I think there was a change in the player's card. Yeah, we've got a public int that gets the player, basically returns speed, which we used on NPC health to detect when we collided with objects. So yeah, we return 5 times the gear, which is again what we used for deciding the speed of the car's movement. Do we have anything else in here? No. So yeah, that is all the code that works. So to recap, today we've been working on car health and like attacking cars, basically. I'll just get in this car. And that is a bug, actually. I'll probably have to fix that. But yeah. Yeah, you can get in the fucking car. You're not going to get in it? Oh, shit. Okay, you'll just shoot your own car and get run over. But yeah, so we've been covering car health and players, enemy NPCs attacking cars and getting run over and whatnot today. So like, comment, subscribe, make any suggestions, alterations you can think of if I've done something wrong or not as efficiently or whatever. Go buy the Hotline Miami assets and stuff on itch.io and play loud or quiet because I've been working on that. I've been working on a new highest level and I'm thinking of redesigning the GUI to make it look a bit nicer. So that'll all be good. Yeah, cheers for watching. Bye.